You ever die in a video game and think that was just really stupid because there wasn't anything you could do? You couldn't shoot because your gun was reloading. Well, I finally have come up with an answer for that. Well, I say finally. I'm going to tell you guys a little trick that I've been doing that has worked for a really long time as to reloading and when to reload and how to make sure it doesn't trip you up. And that's it. That's what I did just there. Did you see that? I finished shooting, he was dead, and then I reloaded. Anytime you shoot, reload. If you shoot a single bullet across the map at some guy and don't even hit him, reload. If you put your gun down for 5 minutes because your friend made you some coffee, reload. Just always reload. Just don't ever not reload unless you're shooting someone. In which case, don't reload because you have to be shooting them. Point is, if you always have a full clip, then there's no way you're ever going to die because you run out of ammo in the middle of a fight. So it's really unlikely, unless you're using like a submachine gun or something, and even then, not really, that you're going to run out of bullets in the middle of a fight. You know, I don't even know what else to say. It just works. By the way, if you play Blacklight, that's the game, Blacklight Retribution, get the revolver. It is fantastic. Being a futuristic secret agent, Old West space cowboy has never been more appealing. Well, since Malcolm Reynolds got off the small screen anyway. Reference. Anyway, the reasoning behind this, apart from that, is just, well, I don't even know. Actually, I'm trying to think of more things to say here. Because I want to really drive the point home. Just always reload. Reload obsessively. Hit the R key even if you're not out of bullets. You see that? I ran out of bullets, and then I switched to my grenade because I was stupid. And then I died. Of course, there wasn't really much I could do. The revolver only has 6 bullets anyways. You need to make all your shots count. But, yeah. So always reload. Aim. Always aim. Never not aim. Because you tend to die when you don't aim. Like that. I aimed, but look at that. He died. That's it. He died. He's dead now. The reason, actually, I suppose I should explain that I'm using incendiary bullets, which set your target on fire after you shoot them. It doesn't deal that much damage, but with the revolver, which does 125 damage guaranteed, it's a pretty big deal. Oh, look at that epic miss with the tomahawk. Oh, and then I throw the grenade, which misses as well, and then I go. It made sense to reload there for most people because, hey, look, he's very low on ammo. But the thing is, this applies to every FPS game that I've ever played. If you just always reload whenever you can, then you almost never die because of reloading. In fact, I haven't died from reloading in a very long time. And yeah, there's a lot of other tips you can do, like reloading behind cover or whatever, or switching to a different weapon, but I mean, honestly, as long as you have extra bullets, reload. It just works. Another tip, one thing that comes in really useful, is if you have a high damage pistol like the revolver, then you should only use it on like small groups of people or one person. You see, those 3 people, one of them would have gotten me while I was, you know, shooting down the hallway with the revolver, trying to be a cowboy. But because I used the AK instead, I died anyway. But I got 3 people first, so it doesn't really matter. I helped my team. Yay, team. Teamwork. And assisting. So what's the real point of this? Well, this is a problem that I see in a lot of FPS games that a lot of people have, and this doesn't just apply to Blacklight, it applies to everything. You know, any game with a gun in it basically has the same principle. And then another principle is that if you just fire in random directions like I just did there, then you die. So yeah, that's a pretty good tip. Try to aim. I know most people know this, but aim. Also, here's something really important coming up. Don't try to be fancy. Honestly, headshot. See that? I wasn't trying to be fancy. I was just shooting because I was panicked because he was right in front of me. Oh crap, he's right in front of me, I gotta kill him. And then I killed him by accident. But don't try to be fancy. See, there's this whole like mentality gamers have where they think that if they do some fancy like 360 no scope off of a ledge, then they're gonna be awesome. But really the awesomest moments come from not trying. From not trying to be awesome anyway. From trying to play the game properly. Because you look efficient and like coordinated with yourself. Some gamers, like you see them constantly like spinning around and shooting sniper bullets in random directions. It's just like, dude, please don't. See, there's an example. I shot, and even though I didn't hit anything, I still reloaded because I shot. And you should always reload after shooting. You know, the problem that I think the reason this goes unnoticed so much is that this is not how real guns work. With a real gun, you should only reload once you're actually out of bullets. But in a game, it works a little bit differently, and you should try to reload just constantly. See, look at this. I shot him, and then my next bullet missed him by an inch and hit the other guy behind him. And then he got me. So, you know, I was really confusing when that happened. That was really confusing because I saw the little icon, so I know I killed somebody, and I could only see him, so I assumed I'd kill him, but he was still moving. That tripped me up, and I died. I guess the point I'm trying to illustrate is just because you follow this tip doesn't mean you won't die. Excuse my coughing. You know, there's 1,000 other factors you have to think about when you're playing games like this. For example, doors. If you hack in Blacklight, you can cut off ways of enemies escapings and going-throughs. See, look at that. That big door's closed. Now they can't get through without hacking it. And that takes a while. So it does a little more than delay them, but I mean, some people don't even try to hack. They see the door closed and it's like, whatever, I'm not even gonna try. So, you know, it actually kind of works. Man, I don't know what I was doing. I didn't see that guy and he was right in front of me. I'm lucky I got him. That's another thing that I'm thinking about is awareness. Being aware of your surroundings seems like a simple concept, but a lot of people don't really do it. And by that, I don't just mean looking for things like that simply was there. I mean listening for footsteps or gunshots or, you know, enemies making noises like grunts or whatever they do when they're running. Because surprisingly, it helps a lot. You become a lot more aware of your surroundings and you're able to do a lot more for your team. Look at this. I don't know. Sometimes I panic and I just throw grenades in random directions. Well, I was trying to get him, but I got an assist somehow, so yeah. I guess that kind of worked, but I don't know, it was a little weird. Alright, there. There's the one time in this whole video where I died from reloading. That's the only time. Everything else, it was for some other reason. That's how effective it is. And I only died from reloading because I missed half my shots. If I'd hit all my shots properly, I wouldn't have even died from reloading. So, even then, it was user error, and not the fault of just running out. Yeah, I guess that's about it. I mean, that's pretty much all I can think of for today's tips. I really want to bring home the reloading thing, and everything else was just kind of secondary to that. Before we go, a big shout out to Peter J, who submitted the question for today. Well, that is how to manage your ammo properly on the battlefield. Yeah, his channel will be first thing in the description. If you want to go check him out, he makes some pretty killer music videos, actually. Yeah, if you guys enjoy this kind of FPS kind of insights and commentary as to how I do things and what can kind of help me play, then seriously, leave a comment below and tell me what you think, because I want to know if you want me to do more of this. Killing spree. Oh yeah, next video I'm going to touch on what you just saw. That is grenades, how to use them and when to use them. Also knives and grenades. Yeah. I might throw in a tip about the barricade too, because that flashes on screen a couple times. Okay, here is what I was talking about. I tried to be fancy when I could have just killed him. I jumped in the air and threw a tomahawk, and that was horrible. I shouldn't have done that. So yeah, I guess that's it. I have been Stutter, and you've been watching. Please like if you liked, share if you loved, and Facebook if you do that Facebook thing. There's a few more seconds of video, so let's just take time to appreciate this scoreboard at the end. Look at that. It shows the top 3 players. It's one of the many reasons I love this game. Salute to you.